Hello, and welcome to Brickjam, an exciting new platform for Bricklink sellers to view insights about their store data. Let's log in and take a look at the home dashboard. Along the top of the screen, we can see some high-level information, including our store revenue, orders shipped, and total items sold. The recent orders table below provides some information on our most recent orders we have completed, as well as some detail about the orders like amount and parts sold. To the right of this table, we also can see our top minifigures sold, top parts sold, and top sets sold, based on sales revenue. Some detailed information is provided on these cards, like when the item was sold, who it was sold to, and how much it sold for. The time range defaulted on this page is month to date, but can easily be changed with a filter in the top right of the screen. Let's change our date range and see what happens. And as simple as that, we can see that our information is updated to reflect our new time range. The bottom two charts also give us some insight on our highest selling part colors by revenue, as well as a time series chart of our sales volume since the beginning of our account creation. Now let's hop on over to our minifigure tab to get more insight about the minifigures we have sold in our store so far. Here we can see an extensive list of all the minifigures we have sold, and also see how much we sold the figure for versus the current average price sold on the market. We can also see how many of these have been sold in the last 6 months on Bricklink as well. For minifigures where our sold price is higher than the average market price sold, we see a gold trophy icon in the top right of the card, indicating a good sale. We also have a nice bubble chart at the top of the page, indicating the amount of sales volume by theme type, to help sellers understand what themes are most popular in their store. And of course, we also have numerous ways we can filter this data. We first can search by the minifigure name in a situation where we are looking for one specific minifigure that we know we sold. Maybe we want to search a specific theme of figures to see all of the minifigures that belong to that group. We can do just a partial match to get the group we are looking for. There are also a variety of ways that we can sort the list, either ascending or descending. Let's go through and sort in a few different ways as an example. Let's move on to the Parts tab and take a peek at our top parts sold in our store. The table on the left shows us our top parts sold based on total revenue generated from that part. We then can see the quantity we have sold, the revenue per piece, the average market sale, and the total parts sold in the last 6 months on Bricklink. Towards the end of the table, we see some rows that have a ribbon icon displayed. This indicates that our price sold per piece is higher than the Bricklink market's average price, which is always great to see. The bar chart on the right is a visual on what part categories are most popular in our store. In this case, plates, tiles, and plants are showing as the most parts sold. And just like the other tabs, we can also filter and sort this data as well. The date range on this page is defaulted as year to date. So let's extend our range a little further out. As we can see, we get a different result of parts shown the display. Now let's filter to look just for parts that have patterns by entering it into the part name search box. Awesome! Now we see only parts with printed patterns on them. We can also search by any color we want in the case where we want to see top parts per color. Let's look at bright light yellow and red as examples. Lastly, we can sort by quantity sold, color, price per piece, or part name to our heart's desire. Heading over to the order picker page, we have an optional feature for sellers to help pick their orders that they currently have outstanding. The orders you see here are ones we still have to pick. Let's pick one and see what it looks like. We can see information about this order like who the buyer is, the date it took place, total items, unique lots, payment method, and any messages from the buyer if there are any. For those using this to pick their orders, there's also the ability to mark off what items you've already picked, simply by clicking the row. When we click once, we get green, indicating that the item is completed. If we click it again, it turns red, which would indicate that there are parts we are missing from the order. If we are missing any items, we can simply enter in how many we are missing to reference back to later. When we are done, we can simply just hit the back button to get back to the dashboard. Maybe we would like to get more insight into our store's customer base. Brickjam has a solution for that. Here on the Customers tab, we see some of our store highlights in relation to our top customers and our most popular state we sell in. We also see a great map of the United States, which gives us an idea where most of our business is coming from. If we zoom in closer on any area on the map, we can hover over each data point to get some information about exactly what city and who the buyer is for that order. When you are done, just hit the home button to reset. At the top right, we can view a ranking of our top returning customers based on total orders placed, along with some high-level data totals about each customer. And lastly, we have a simple bar chart indicating what the busiest day of the week is based on orders placed on that day. Only a few more tabs left. Let's look at the Inventory tab to see how we can get some detailed information about our current store inventory. Here we can see our total items we have in our store, as well as total lots and total value when factoring in any sales or discounts we have going on. The list by default is sorted by the most expensive item to the least, but as expected, we can change that. For those that use the remarks for bin numbers, we can search by remark to find all items that belong in that bin. This is a great tool to potentially randomly audit your inventory for accuracy. Other than searching by name, ID, item type, or color, we can also sort by date added. This is a great way to see what parts have been in your inventory the longest, so you could potentially discount them if you desire. And last but not least, let's go over to the Finance tab. Here we can see all of our past orders from a current and previous year. Until we've been able to collect enough historical data, you will see the previous year to date totals as 0 or blank. We can see a lot of important summary information about each order, but we also have the ability to drill into each order to see what items were included with the order. If we have a specific order number that we are looking for, we can enter the order ID number into the search bar as seen here. And there you have it. Thank you for sticking with us through this brief tutorial of Brickjam. We hope to hear from you soon, and take care.